Hey everyone, it's been a while since I made a video, so I thought why not today? Anyways, so your learning objective today is to start to understand how a visually impaired person uses a phone. At least an iPhone. This is an iPhone 10 Max, I think. I don't know, whatever. It's a big phone without a home screen button. Um, and so the basic thing is I use a built-in feature called VoiceOver. So you see it's talking to me when I touch something. So VoiceOver is in Settings. If you go to
Screen General, Control Center, Display and Brightness, Accessibility, button.
Accessibility, there are a ton of built-in features that Apple has a whole team of people um, working on to allow people with disabilities to use their products.
Accessibility features help you customize your iPhone for your individual needs.
Okay, so
Zoom, on, button. VoiceOver, on, button.
there's VoiceOver right there, and it's on. And but warning, don't turn it on your phone until you really figure out how to use it, because then you'll have a lot of trouble turning it off or even getting around your phone. So I learned that kind of the hard way. So yeah, anyways, there it is. There are all these, just for under the vision, there are all these things. And so it's pretty neat how Apple integrates accessibility features into their products.
Settings.
All right, so there I swiped up from the bottom twice and it took me back to the home screen. So it's all based on different gestures with one finger, two finger, three fingers. I'm sure there's more, but I'm a very basic user. I'm not an expert at all. The nice thing is that VoiceOver is available on iPhone, on the iPad, which I have, and the Mac. I have a MacBook Pro, and it's also available on there, but it's much more complicated because it's not touchscreen, so it's all with the keyboard and it's all keyboard commands. And so I'm learning how to use it, but it's a slow process for sure. Anyways, so I wanted to show you, well, first off, it's going kind of fast. The speaking rate is kind of fast, so I'm going to slow it down by using the rotor. The rotor is a feature of VoiceOver. You kind of it's like a digital radio dial. You do this action.
Headings. Fingers. Two. Selected.
Oops.
Headings. Fingers. Speaking rate.
So there we go. I'm going to lower it down to 50%.
80%, 75, 70, 65, 60%, 55, 50%.
So there we go. I started off at about 50%, and I'm practicing
Settings.
trying to understand the faster setting. So I understand most of what she's saying, or not she, but VoiceOver. I have the voice called Alex on VoiceOver, and I'm up to 85% where I can understand most of what VoiceOver is saying. So 85% is what I had it on. Now it's at 50. Okay, so
Google
basic
Safari.
idea is you just you touch
Clock. 10 screen tempo.
all over the screen,
Reminders.
and it tells you
tasks
what's
due
going
today.
on. It tells you what you're touching. So you can do that all over the screen, and it'll read it to you.
1:07 p.m.
And or you can find a starting place
Bank
and
of
then
America.
swipe
Weatherbook.
over
Tempo. Remind lift.
by swiping with one
Uber.
finger
Lift. Remind temp. Weatherbook.
left or right.
Tempo. Lift. Uber. Recent lift.
Okay. And so I have another page of apps. So to get to the next page easily, you take three fingers and you swipe over.
Page 3 of 3. Apple folder. Home. Page 2 of 3.
So
Safari.
there are a ton of gestures, and I definitely don't know them all, but I know the ones that I need to know to get around the phone. And
Page 2. Doc. Mail. No unread
all
emails.
right, so I think I have an email pulled up to show you
Mail.
some.
View the seat located on the campus of the university.
So it'll read whatever you touch. To make it stop talking, because sometimes it talks too much and I just want it to be quiet, you tap one time with two fingers. So I'm going to tap this.
Located on the campus of the University of Texas Medical Branch.
Make
The
it stop.
Galveston.
Okay, so it'll go until, if you just touch a place once,
Located on
it'll
the
just read like that paragraph or sentence depending on how it's broken up. If you touch with 2 fingers and you swipe down, it'll read the rest. It'll read to the end
located on the campus
until
of the
you
university.
stop it. So that's how I read most of the time. And if I'm not using VoiceOver or I don't understand what VoiceOver says, I use this
Zoom.
compassy
Zoom
looking thing.
controls.
That's the zoom, and I just hold it down and I can really zoom in and read it with my eyes.
The Galveston National Laboratory.
Okay, stop talking. All right, so there's that. Okay, so
Doc.
the other thing that someone was asking me about was how do I text? And so let me show you. Create a new note.
What you want it to say?
A voiceover note.
Okay, I created a note.
A voiceover note.
So Siri is pretty helpful. So let's open this and I'll show you how I text.
Node. A voiceover note.
Because I don't want to show you in Facebook or through text messages because I don't want to violate people's privacy. I don't want y'all reading my messages or my friends' Facebook posts and whatever. So let me touch.
Node.
There's
A
the text.
voiceover note. Text field.
So
Actions available.
I need to double tap to start typing somewhere.
Node. Text field is editing. A voiceover note. Insertion point at start.
So insertion point at start. So I think that means that the cursor's at the beginning. So if I type, it's going to come out at the beginning, but I want it at the end. So
Insertion
double tap
point
again.
at end.
Now it's at the end. Okay, so I want to skip 2 lines.
Delete. Return.
There's return. So it won't do anything until you double tap. So I'm on the return. So
New line.
double tap.
Node.
Another line. Let's go another one.
New line.
So if I want to type the word hey, so I can move my finger around the screen until I find the H, and it won't type the H until I let go. That's the way I have it set up. There's different ways to set up typing using VoiceOver, but that's the one that I like the most, at least for touching the screen.
Cap H. Cap H. E. E. Y. Y.
So there's the word hey.
Return. New line. Hey.
Okay, so it can go on like that.
New line.
I can also use, I don't know, I guess it's Siri. If I double tap, when I'm editing, when the keyboard's up, if I double tap, it'll listen to what I say and it'll type it out. How are you, question mark.
Inserted how are you?
Alright, so there's another way. That is easier than touching, but usually I get my words jumbled and then it gets all messed up and I don't really know how to go back and edit on VoiceOver, so I have to erase the whole thing and do it all over again. So I only do that. I only use the voice, I don't know, the Siri listening to me. I'm sure it has a name, but I'm not getting it right now. I only use that if I really know what I'm going to say.
Return. New line. New line.
Okay, but the easiest way for me is with the Bluetooth keyboard that I have. So if I turn it on, turn the Bluetooth keyboard on, then the on-screen keyboard
Node.
goes away.
Text field is editing.
And
A voiceover note. New line. New line. Hey. Cap space. E. R. E. V. R. E. T. Space. E. O. R. P. Space. Space. Do. E. T. L. G. Equals. Equals. Longer. Menu item. Node. Text. D. E. Period. New line. New line.
so there you go. I can type with the Bluetooth keyboard much easier. And I couldn't find the hyphen, so I just gave up between long and winded. So that's how I type. It's much easier, and but sometimes I get lazy and I just
Screen
use the
dimmed.
touch typing when I don't want to dig out the keyboard. anyways, that's that. Okay,
So
turned
far,
off that. Turned off the keyboard. All right. And so here's an example of an app that is not accessible, that is not voiceover friendly.
Snapchat. Snapchat. Take a snap. Take a snap.
So
Double tap hold to take a video.
that's
Button.
telling me what that button does. That's good. Okay. I don't know what happened there.
Take a snap. Button. Take a snap. Share from memories.
Oh, share from
Button.
memories.
Button. Possibly. Smile.
Possibly smile, but who knows for sure. So after Snapchat updated, they put like the actions down here, and now it doesn't do anything. That sound means there's nothing to click. That sound means you can click on something, but
Share from
when I get there, it doesn't tell me what it is. It's not share from memory
share from memories. Button.
because that's it. So I don't know what that is. And so that's really annoying and frustrating. And so I'm saying bye-bye to Snapchat. So yeah, I think that's it. So I hope that you have achieved your learning goal today of understanding the basics of how a blind person uses an iPhone. The next video, well, I don't know about the next, but another video I want to do is the basics of reading Braille. An introduction to Braille, I guess.
Screen
But we'll
dimmed.
see when I can do that. See you later.